Throughout history, humanity has grappled with mysteries, unsolved events, and inexplicable phenomena that blur the lines between reality, folklore, and fear. Tonight, we embark on a spine-chilling journey, exploring three of the world's most compelling mysteries: the haunted Hoia Baciu forest in Romania, the notorious Dybbuk box and its terrifying curse, and Germany's grisly Hinterkaifeck murders. Each tale is carefully documented, historically rooted, and shrouded in unresolved questions and supernatural intrigue. Prepare yourself for an exploration that challenges the boundary between rational explanation and otherworldly horror. Are you ready to journey into the unknown? Part 1. The Hoia Baciu Haunted Forest. Our first journey takes us deep into Romania's Hoia Baciu forest, a place notorious for paranormal activity, UFO sightings, and unsettling disappearances. Often dubbed the Bermuda Triangle of Romania, this forest near Cluj-Napoca first earned its sinister reputation over a century ago, when a shepherd, along with his flock of 200 sheep, mysteriously vanished without a trace. One of Hoia Baciu's most baffling mysteries is the clearing, a circular patch of land where vegetation inexplicably refuses to grow. Scientific analysis reveals nothing unusual about the soil, yet nothing thrives within this eerie, lifeless circle. Many locals believe it to be a gateway or portal to another dimension, a claim reinforced by countless accounts of strange lights and UFO sightings, notably documented in 1968 by Emil Barnea's famous photograph, which captured an unidentified flying object clearly hovering above the forest. Over the decades, numerous eyewitnesses have reported unsettling experiences: disembodied voices whispering through the trees, invisible hands brushing against them, and eerie laughter echoing from the darkness. Visitors often experience sudden bouts of nausea, migraines, and inexplicable electronic malfunctions, phenomena that skeptics attribute to geomagnetic anomalies or group hysteria. Yet for those who have experienced the forest firsthand, scientific explanations fall short of dispelling the persistent dread and fear that permeate these woods. Modern scientific explorations have attempted to rationalize the phenomena, citing geomagnetic anomalies and psychological effects induced by the forest's strange appearance. Twisted, spiral-shaped trees and the inexplicable vegetation-free clearing. Yet despite these explanations, the legend of Hoia Baciu continues to thrive, drawing thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts who leave the forest with more questions than answers. Part 2. The Dybbuk Box. Our next stop takes us from the shadowy woods of Romania to the seemingly ordinary streets of Portland, Oregon. Here, in the early 2000s, a seemingly innocuous wine cabinet, known today as the Dybbuk Box, began a terrifying journey that would lead it into infamy as one of the most cursed objects in recent history. It all began when Kevin Manis, an antiques dealer with a passion for restoration projects, discovered an antique wine cabinet at a garage sale. Intrigued by its unique craftsmanship, Manis purchased it from the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor named Havila, who had recently passed away. However, as Manis prepared to leave with his new find, the granddaughter delivered a chilling warning. She referred to it as a Dybbuk box, a name taken from Jewish folklore meaning a container harboring a restless and malevolent spirit. She implored Manis never to open it, recounting that her grandmother always kept the cabinet sealed shut, hidden away, fearing the evil trapped inside. Initially dismissing this dire warning as superstition, Manis brought the cabinet back to his shop, curious and undeterred. Almost immediately, strange occurrences began. On the very day he gifted the cabinet to his mother Ida, she suffered a severe stroke upon opening it. She later described feeling an overwhelming evil presence emanating from the box just before collapsing. Terrified and guilt-ridden, Manis attempted to rid himself of the box, but the nightmare was just beginning. In the weeks following the incident, Kevin experienced inexplicable phenomena in his home. Doors slammed violently on their own, objects moved or disappeared without explanation, and mysterious odors of jasmine and cat urine lingered in the air despite thorough cleaning. He and his family began suffering from recurring nightmares, featuring a grotesque, haggard old woman whose sunken eyes and malevolent stare haunted their dreams. Desperate to escape this escalating terror, Manis turned to the internet. In 2003, he posted a detailed listing on eBay describing the horrific experiences associated with the cabinet. Far from deterring potential buyers, Manis's chilling story sparked immense interest, fueling fascination with the paranormal community worldwide. The Dybbuk box rapidly gained notoriety as one of the internet's earliest paranormal legends. The cabinet changed hands multiple times, each new owner subsequently reporting inexplicable and disturbing experiences of their own. Jason Haxton, a museum director and scholar, purchased the box and documented harrowing personal accounts, including inexplicable physical illnesses, bleeding from his eyes, choking sensations, and overwhelming feelings of dread whenever near the cabinet. Haxton published a book, further elevating the Dybbuk box's fame and its frightening reputation. Hollywood soon took notice. In 2012, famed horror director and producer Sam Raimi produced a film titled The Possession, inspired directly by the Dybbuk box legend. The production reportedly suffered unexplained phenomena, mysterious fires on set, exploding lights, and an atmosphere of tension and dread among the cast and crew, leading many to question if the real Dybbuk box's influence reached beyond its physical boundaries. In 2016, the Dybbuk box found its way into the hands of Zak Bagans, the star of the popular television series Ghost Adventures. Displayed in his haunted museum in Las Vegas, Bagans intended the cabinet to be the centerpiece attraction, branding it the world's most haunted object. The box's reputation grew further when, during a private museum tour, rapper Post Malone inadvertently interacted with the object. In the weeks following his encounter, Malone faced a series of inexplicable misfortunes. His private plane suffered catastrophic tire failures mid-flight, his home was burglarized by armed robbers, and he survived a frightening high-speed car accident. Malone himself publicly speculated whether the Dybbuk box had cursed him. Yet the Dybbuk box story took a surprising turn. In 2021, almost 2 decades after it gained global infamy, Kevin Manis, the original owner who had first brought it to public attention, shocked many by publicly confessing that he had fabricated the entire legend. Manis admitted he invented the Holocaust survivor story and the supposed Dybbuk curse purely as a fictional narrative to enhance his eBay listing. According to Manis, the Dybbuk box was never a genuine artifact of folklore. It was his imaginative creation. But Manis's revelation did not entirely dispel the Dybbuk box's mystery. Instead, it deepened debates. Could the countless witnesses, collectors, and paranormal researchers who reported similar and profound experiences all have been influenced purely by suggestion and imagination? Or did Manis unknowingly open a doorway through his invented legend, giving power to an otherwise mundane object through collective belief and fear? Psychologists and skeptics pointed to the Dybbuk box as a classic example of the nocebo effect, a phenomenon in which negative expectations cause individuals to experience genuine physical or psychological symptoms. Yet, even staunch skeptics struggled to fully explain away the consistently bizarre experiences reported by multiple independent witnesses who'd interacted with the object. Today, the Dybbuk box remains securely sealed in Zak Bagans' museum, drawing thousands of curious visitors annually. Each visitor leaves with their own opinions, skeptics dismissing the phenomenon as a carefully orchestrated hoax, and believers convinced they've felt the evil firsthand. Whether real or imagined, the Dybbuk box serves as a profound modern example of how easily fear can manifest, how folklore can evolve from fiction to a widely accepted truth, and how thin the veil between reality and the supernatural truly can be. As we conclude our exploration of the Dybbuk box, the question lingers: was the curse ever real, or was the true horror humanity's own collective imagination and fear? Part 3. The Hinterkaifeck Murders. Our final journey takes us to the heart of Bavaria, Germany, to a secluded farmstead known as Hinterkaifeck. In 1922, this quiet homestead became the scene of one of Germany's most chilling and perplexing unsolved crimes, the brutal murder of 6 individuals, a case that continues to baffle investigators and haunt the public imagination over a century later. Prelude to the crime. In the months leading up to the fateful night, the Gruber family experienced a series of unsettling events. Andreas Gruber, the patriarch, discovered a Munich newspaper on the property that neither he nor anyone in the vicinity subscribed to. Days before the murders, he found footprints in the snow leading from the forest to a broken door lock in the farm's machine room, but none leading back. Additionally, the family heard footsteps in the attic at night, but Andreas found no one upon searching. Despite these ominous signs, he refused offers of help and did not report these incidents to the police. On the afternoon of March 31st, 1922, the new maid, Maria Baumgartner, arrived at Hinterkaifeck. That evening, it's believed that Andreas Gruber, his wife Casilia, their daughter Victoria Gabriel, and her daughter Casilia were lured to the barn and murdered one by one with a mattock. The perpetrator then moved into the living quarters, killing 2-year-old Joseph in his bassinet and the maid Maria in her bedchamber. Discovery of the crime. 4 days passed before the bodies were discovered. During this time, neighbors noticed the family's absence from church and that young Casilia had missed school. On April 4th, concerned neighbors investigated and found the bodies in the barn and house. Investigation and theories. The investigation faced numerous challenges, including the contamination of the crime scene by curious neighbors. Despite extensive efforts, no clear motive or perpetrator was identified. Over the years, several theories have emerged, including robbery, initially suspected but dismissed after money was found untouched in the house. Personal vendetta. Some speculated that a personal grudge led to the murders, possibly involving someone close to the family. A random drifter or soldier. Another theory suggests that the murders were committed by a passing drifter or soldier, possibly someone with a grudge against the family, or just a dangerous vagrant looking for shelter. This would explain the strange footprints and the fact that no one in the village seemed like an obvious suspect. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved, leaving a haunting legacy that continues to intrigue and terrify. Conclusion. Tonight we've traveled through 3 distinct, unsettling mysteries, each challenging our perception of reality. From the dark and twisted paths of Romania's Hoia Baciu forest, an eerie woodland where myths and inexplicable occurrences blur into haunting experiences, to the Dybbuk box, a modern-day relic whose tale transitioned from a creative hoax to a terrifying phenomenon that seemed to feed on belief itself, and finally to the tragic, gruesome, and yet entirely human horror of the Hinterkaifeck murders, where the cold precision of an unknown murderer leaves questions lingering nearly a century later. What unites these stories is our fascination with the unknown. Are these mysteries truly supernatural, or do they merely reveal how easily our minds can slip into fear when confronted with the inexplicable? Perhaps what frightens us most isn't the existence of ghosts or curses, but the darker truths these legends expose about ourselves and our vulnerabilities. So what do you believe lies behind these stories? Is Hoia Baciu truly haunted, or is it merely a forest shaped by centuries of folklore and fear? Was the Dybbuk box genuinely cursed, or did the belief in its evil grant it power? And could Hinterkaifeck's killer have been simply a disturbed soul, or is there something even darker that history has yet to uncover? Whatever your conclusion, these tales are powerful reminders of the thin veil separating rationality from fear. The mysteries endure precisely because they defy easy explanations, lingering long after we've finished hearing their haunting details. Thank you for joining this deep dive into mysteries that defy explanation. If you enjoyed tonight's exploration, please like and subscribe, and share your own theories or experiences below in the comments. Perhaps you hold a piece of the puzzle that will illuminate the darkness. Until our next journey into the eerie and unexplained, stay curious, stay brave, and above all, stay vigilant. Because the world, as we've seen tonight, is full of shadows waiting just beyond our comprehension.